Don't charge at me, Tyson. Drink Celsius.
In a world where everything stays secret until it doesn't. Even Jake Paul and Mike Tyson couldn't avoid the drama. Recently leaked sparring footage between the two has sent shockwaves through the boxing community. Rumor has it the footage was meant for a 2024 Netflix docu-series ahead of their highly anticipated fight, but as with all leaks, nothing stays hidden forever. Wondering what really went down when Mike and Jake squared off in the ring? Keep watching because we've got the full breakdown for you right here. Let's dig into the details. Despite his age, Mike Tyson fought like the legend he is, while Jake Paul. He kept up until he couldn't. Ready to dive in? Here's how it all unfolded, round by round. From the moment the bell rang, you could feel both fighters knew they were.
Day two, we're getting ready for you. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Were in for something big. The energy in the room was electric. Round one was all about feeling each other out. Tyson moved like a predator, testing Jake with quick jabs, showing he still had the speed. Jake, on the other hand, was cautious, staying just out of Tyson's range, trying not to get caught in his trap. He threw a few jabs to keep Tyson at bay. Jake's movement was solid, he's clearly improving with every fight. But Tyson? He's a different beast. Even at his age, he had an aura that screamed danger. You could almost see Jake trying to process what he was up against. No major hits landed in round one, but Tyson's footwork and defense was still on point. Jake was holding his own, but the tension was building. By round two, things started heating up. Tyson came out more aggressive, closing the distance, and Jake had no choice but to step up his game. This wasn't just some YouTube beef, it was Mike Tyson, and Jake had to fight smart. Early in the round, Tyson landed a couple of solid body shots, and you could see Jake feeling the impact. The guy's tough, no doubt, but Tyson's power is something else. Jake stuck to his game plan, moving, keeping his guard up and staying clear of Tyson's heavy hands. But it was obvious Tyson was just biding his time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Near the end of the round, Tyson unleashed a massive uppercut that came dangerously close to landing. Jake managed to dodge it, but you could tell he was rattled. It felt like Tyson was sending a warning shot, letting Jake...
Don't charge at me, Tyson. Drink Celsius.
know he was just getting started. I'm still the king in here, kid. Then came the wild part, round 3, where Jake actually had his moment. Hard to believe, right? No one expected Jake Paul to land a clean shot on Iron Mike, but early in the round he found an opening. Bam! A solid right hook to Tyson's jaw. Tyson took it like a champ, but for a split second you could see the surprise in his eyes. Jake's confidence skyrocketed after that. He started pushing the pace, throwing more jabs, trying to keep Tyson from getting too comfortable. But you don't poke the bear and expect it to go easy. Tyson took that punch as a wake-up call, and suddenly he was on the hunt. By the end of round 3, Jake's little victory lap was over. Tyson started throwing more combinations, and Jake had to backpedal hard just to avoid getting cornered. It was clear that if Jake didn't stay sharp, things were about to go downhill fast. Then came round 4, where the tables truly started to turn. Tyson came out of his corner like a lion ready to feast, and though Jake was still hanging in there, you could see him starting to struggle. The thing with Tyson, once he smells blood, it's game over. Tyson's body shots were brutal in this round. Every time one landed, you could see Jake's whole body tense up. He's tough, but Tyson was wearing him down, bit by bit. Jake tried to keep moving, but Tyson's ring control was masterful, cutting off Jake's escape routes and trapping him against the ropes more than once. It became a battle of survival for Jake, just trying to stay in the fight. One thing I've got to give Jake credit for is his heart. Even though he was clearly feeling the damage, he kept throwing punches, trying to stay in the fight. But Tyson's power and experience were too much. By the end of round 4, you could see the exhaustion written all over Jake's face. By round 5, it was pure survival mode for Jake. Tyson turned up the heat, landing shots to the body, head everywhere. Jake was doing his best to stay on his feet, but it was getting rough. Tyson's combination game was on point. He'd throw a few jabs, sneak in a body shot, then follow up with a massive overhand. Jake's head snapped back, and you could hear his corner yelling for him to move, to stay off the ropes, but it was easier said than done. Jake tried to throw a few counters, but by then it was mostly defensive. Tyson was in full beast mode, controlling the ring and pushing the pace, reminding everyone why he's one of the greatest. Jake was still hanging in there, but it was clear he was running out of gas. Round 6 is where things really unraveled for him. Tyson was relentless, like a lion toying with its prey, dominating the fight and showing no mercy. Every time Jake tried to catch his breath or create some space, Tyson was right there, cutting him off and throwing bombs. Tyson's hooks landed hard, and after a few you could see Jake's legs start to wobble. At one point, Tyson landed a vicious body shot that nearly had Jake doubling over. Jake was in full survival mode, just trying to make it to the end of the round. But let's be real, how long can you survive when Mike Tyson is coming at you full force? Jake's defense was slipping, his punches were getting sloppier, and it was clear he was just hanging on. Round 7? That was the beginning of the end. Tyson stalked Jake like a predator, and it was only a matter of time before he caught him. Jake was visibly exhausted, his movement slowing down. Tyson could smell the KO coming. He began picking his shots carefully, waiting for the perfect opening. When Jake's hands dropped for just a second, Tyson unleashed a brutal combination that rocked him hard. The crowd and probably the entire internet went wild. Jake tried to stay on his feet, but Tyson had him on the ropes, both literally and figuratively. Jake's corner was yelling for him to keep his hands up, but there was nothing left in the tank. He was running on pure willpower. Then it happened. Round 8 was Tyson's final move. After a series of powerful jabs, Tyson lined up the perfect shot and uppercut straight to Jake's chin. Boom. Jake hit the canvas, and that was it, knockout. Now, here's the crazy part. This sparring footage wasn't even supposed to drop yet. It was meant to be part of a much bigger docu-series, but somehow it got leaked early, sending shockwaves through the boxing world. Netflix is dropping an exclusive docu-series ahead of the big fight on November 15th, 2024, Mike Tyson vs. Jake Paul at the AT&T Arena. That's right, this isn't just any fight, it's shaping up to be one of the most anticipated matchups in recent memory. Netflix planned to build up the hype with behind-the-scenes content. They're giving us a full series on how the fight came to be, what's been happening in the training camps, and of course the wild sparring session where Jake got KO'd by Tyson. The docu-series was supposed to release in phases leading right up to fight night. Let's be real, fans are going to eat this up. The fact that we got a sneak peek? This sneak peek at the sparring session has already sent excitement through the roof, and it's just a taste of what's to come. Netflix has been crushing it with sports documentaries lately, and this one is no exception. The hype for this fight is on another level. The AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas is one of the biggest arenas in the country, but even that massive venue is struggling to keep up with demand. We're talking sold out in minutes. People are scrambling to get their hands on those golden tickets, and resale prices are already skyrocketing. If you're trying to see this fight in person, good luck. But whether you're in the stadium or watching from home, it's clear this is set to be one of the biggest fight nights of the decade. For the fight world, this is a huge deal. It's the merging of generations, blending traditional boxing with modern entertainment, and it's capturing everyone's attention. Boxing experts, celebrities, YouTubers, and athletes are all talking about it. This fight is expected to draw in fans who may have never watched boxing before, potentially changing the sports landscape moving forward. Mark your calendars for November 15th, 2024, at the AT&T Stadium. That's fight night, baby! If this sparring footage is any indication, we're in for an absolute show.